Nothing is easier than making promises merely by saying words, and nothing is more difficult than actually living up to these easily made promises day after day. What you promise today must be redecided tomorrow. For you and no one else but you must decide the want to live. This right here should stick with you, because you could do great today, and you could be loving today, and you could line up all your ducks and be great, and then tomorrow your mom comes and she's all pissed at you, and now you're like, oh, I'm just going to go eat this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to do nothing. And you lost that day. And on that scale, if you don't keep it balanced or you don't keep it in the correct way, it's going to tilt, and it's going to fall to your disliking. And that's where disease comes. That's where sickness comes. So I want to now touch on movement, because a lot of people are just misguided with information about it, not really understanding what they need to do as an individual. Now, I hope you just take whatever you need from this information, because this is, like I said, it's not just about fitness or exercise or movement. This goes beyond that. There's a lot of levels to this that our comprehension has to allow us to accept. But living in the physical, your ass has to be moving. When you come out of the womb, the first thing you do is you're doing this, and you're trying to move. Think about the development of a baby. They roll over, they sit up. You take that baby that's in that level, and I'm sure you can grab your daughter right now and you could put her leg above her head, and it would be very simple for her. They have no obstructions necessarily in the body at the time. That's why little kids are so flimsy, and you could move them in any variations. But as they get a little older, they move a little less, especially nowadays where kids are just like this all day long, indoors all day long. That movement becomes less and less and less. So when you look at the concept of movement, you are eliminating when you move. Your body is a fluid-based system, okay? When you move, that fluid also moves. So it's very simple. The more you move, the more that fluid moves. Now, there will be days where you may overdo it, but this is the key right here. You only move to feel good. You don't move to get tired. You don't move to fatigue yourself. When you fatigue yourself, you're exercising. You move to that point where you're like, I feel good, and you stop. With all your exercises, little by little, your endurance builds up. Along with that, you're not taxing your body to have strong eliminations. You're just moving it enough to allow it to continue the circulation. Now, you can do that for a while. And to be honest, most of my clients, if they come to me and they can't walk, they're walking in a week or two. There's a lot of pinpoints and passages in the body that are accessible to alterations or changes, especially understanding that the body it's separated into two parts, your left side and your right side. It's the same concept in iridology. If you look at the iris, it tells you the story of your body internally. So when it comes to movement, we have to focus on the first thing is first, is your what sustains your body all day, all night when you're moving. Your feet. Most individuals' feet struggle. Most people have feet problems, especially if you're wearing shoes, because your toes are like this. But chances are they're like this right now. if you're wearing shoes. I'm a strong advocate of take your damn shoes off, don't wear them. It's as simple as that. Get yourself barefoot shoes. Big change. Especially if you have pressure points in your body that cause pain. You go barefoot for a week or two, you're going to see a big difference without doing nothing extra. So it starts right there with your feet. Love your feet because your feet carry you around everywhere you go. So you love your feet more. That's like I said, that's the biggest one right there. Just by doing that alone, you're going to feel better. Then you come to, everybody's got knee problems. Everybody's got hip problems. My back hurts. I can't bend. Well, you got to look upstream. You got to look downstream. Where are your kidneys at? I hear this, my back hurts. I was lifting too heavy yesterday. Man, shut up, fool. Your kidneys are down right now. Your kidneys are inflamed. That's what's wrong with you. That right there is your elimination organs for your lymphatic system. So when you are putting all this pus and mucus in your body and the acids form up and your kidneys are taking the beating, they're throbbing, they're in pain. So you're going to feel pain as well. But that's not a thing to look at as a bad thing. It's a check engine light. Remember that. Pain is only a check engine light. Symptoms are check engine lights. Hey, something's wrong. If you don't address it, it's going to get worse. So each person has that individual responsibility to figure that out for themselves. When you go through this transition, the diet is necessary because we are programmed to eat. We're programmed to live a certain way. So we feel we need it. So you can't just start fasting and then be mentally and emotionally stable. You'll experience things that will surface that will cause you to, I can't do this anymore. I got to go get my chips. I got to go get my whatever it is that I go to, because there's imbalances. So when you transition correctly, you control all of that. And if you look through the book, there's a lot of good stuff in there that you can go to. Personally, I'm a baked banana person. Whenever, at the end of the day, and I need something, I'm gonna throw me some baked bananas in there, and I'm gonna enjoy that. And I feel full. I feel content. And what do you know? I'm consistently eating this type of diet that it's filling me up. I feel emotionally sound. I feel stable, and that's what you want. Some days it'll be worse. Some days it'll be less. But hey, it's enema time, right, Brother Eric? You pull out your enema kit. Don't be afraid of that. I'm going to start enema fitness, baby. Let's go. We'll do some enemas, and we'll do some exercise. And so there's a big responsibility for elimination that we just have to just embrace it. Not everybody is looking to be at the high levels of fasting. Don't get me wrong, fasting is the key to healing. There is not anything above that. But that's nature's way, though, of curing. But if you're not suffering, you don't need to be doing 3-day, 4-day, 5-day fast, dry fast, or extensive long periods of fruit. You don't need to be doing things that are going to get you out of whack. But this goes back to the individual. Read the literature, read the work, understand that Eric is not just saying go and do that. You have to be smart about this. A lot of individuals they want to do something because it's online, because it's on Instagram, or because they want to be famous for some reason in that world. But it's not about healing. I know quite a bit of individuals that are raw veganists, but they're eating nuts and seeds every single day. They're having all these dehydrated dishes with 3 cups of cashew sauce and all this stuff that it's not gonna heal them. If anything, it's gonna it's like it's for their ego. Their ego is being, oh, I'm all raw. Look, I haven't eaten no cooked foods, or I'm not going to eat no steamed vegetables. That's for people who don't know what they're doing. No, but these people haven't read Eric's work, obviously. So take all this into consideration. Realize that your body is designed to move. We are natural movers. If you cannot run 100 miles a day, you're not in shape. There's an individual named Stephen West who wrote a book, The 7 Principles Plus One, who is an advocate of Arnold Ehret. A lot of his testimonials are individuals, including Teresa Mitchell, who is in his book. And he talks about trapped blood proteins, which is just obstructions in the body. But the understanding that the more you move, when you're circulating that system, your body's eliminating. It's the waste is being, in a sense, eaten. Okay? So this is why if you just exercise to that point of not, or if you move to that point of not exercising, where you're not trying to fatigue yourself and you're not trying to really kill yourself in a sense of working out to full capacity, your body will eliminate, but it'll also recover and give you endurance and give you that vitality that we're all seeking. Now, how do you lose weight? How do you build muscle? I want to end with that because that sometimes is more important for individuals, because your physical appearance, that's who you are. As I said, sometimes we don't take that into consideration, and we lack on that self-love. So if I can just make you look better, you're going to feel better. So individuals that are overweight or that are fat, you're not overweight and you're not fat. You're just filled with waste. Your body stores fat to wrap around, or for the toxins to wrap around. So it pushes the toxins away from your vital organs. So this is why individuals could just gain weight and they can't lose it. It's because your body is acidic. It's because your body's chemistry is that of, it's not safe for you to lose this fat. The second you start transitioning and you start eating correctly, the weight should come off. If it doesn't come off, understand you have some deep stuff in there that needs to come out. So don't think this is going to happen overnight. But for most individuals coming on to our program, you're going to lose 20, 30 pounds in a couple months. That's almost, our last promotion was hey, it's guaranteed, or I'll give you your money back. Because when you understand all of this information, you can get your body to look good. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter where you're at, but it comes with transition. It comes with movement. It comes with activity. Activity daily and consistently. When you're dead, you don't have to move no more. Think about it like that. While you're alive, you want to move as much as you possibly can. As much as you possibly can. Get out in the sun and move. Sweat. Don't be hesitant to think that you have to do a program or you have to be a part of some gym or do this. No, just move daily. Stand up, sit down, lay on the floor, stand back up, do 1 push-up, do 2 push-ups, do a sit-up. Play with it. Hang for a while. If you have some dumbbells, start curling, start doing some presses. Play with it, because your body will respond to what you do with it. When you develop the body, it's like you're taking a sculpture and you're sculpting it. And if you want this to look a certain way, you're going to do this. If you want the colors over here to be different, you're going to do it. That's our own responsibility. That has to do with what you want to do with your body. A lot of individuals, especially guys that are more on the slender side, that, oh man, I lift weight and I do this, but I can't get the gains. I can't develop my body. Well, there is a thing called malabsorption as well that prevents you from gaining, because your small intestines, where all your absorption takes place, hey, that's clogged up. And your body's not able to to ingest what it needs to grow. Go back to the transition though, because if you start cleaning your body out and you start eating correctly, your body will eliminate and you will be able to balance yourself out. So at the end of this, I just want everybody to evaluate themselves, because that's what it comes down to. We're all in this together, we're all at different levels, but the important concept to get is that you are responsible for yourself. If you take that and you run with that, you're going to get yourself well. Whatever you're dealing with, physically, mentally, emotionally, it's going to be resolved. But it's nobody's responsibility but yourselves. I can't stress that enough. Thank you.